everyone, today we're going to be checking out 5 tips and tricks that every AmazingTalker teacher should know to attract more students and get more sales. So let's get started. So tip number 1 is all about having a good picture. This is critical because pictures are your first impression on the website. So as people scroll through, you really want to put your best foot forward. What you'll need to do is make sure that your face is visible and there's good lighting. You don't need a professional camera, but you do need to make sure that it's clear. If you can, try and include something fun, like a hobby or an activity that you're doing, but make sure that your face is still visible. So tip number 2 is a good video. This is a great way to showcase yourself and show people what makes you, you. So you'll need to have a good space to film in, have good lighting, and most importantly, to make sure that your audio comes in clearly so students can hear what you're saying. We recommend you invest in an external microphone, but if you can't do that, a good inline microphone will work as well. Now you'll want to showcase some of your activities and hobbies if you can, but also make sure that your video is simple and to the point, and make use of fun pop-ups and titles like these. On a Windows machine, you can use Windows Movie Maker, and if you have a Mac, you can use iMovie. Tip number 3 is price. With pricing, the general rule of thumb is that as you get more experience and as you get better reviews, the more you can charge. So when you're first getting started to start gaining traction, set your price really competitively, and then you can raise it over time. Even though you might start losing students, your overall revenue will increase. And so tip number 4 is availability. With availability, you want to make sure you know your target audience. So let's say, for example, that you're an English tutor and your target market is Chinese speakers. You're going to want to make sure you're available during peak hours for China and Taiwan. These are typically 6 to 10 p.m., which in Eastern Standard Time in America would be 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. As long as you keep in mind those time zones, as well as daylight savings, you should be good to go. Last but not least, tip number 5 is your introduction. You want to make sure you include as much detail in your introduction, but also bear in mind that it needs to be readable. So make sure that you break your long paragraphs into smaller sections, and make use of bullet points to make it more friendly to read. Also, feel free to include some fun facts about yourself, say your hobbies, or your interests, or your career. Students love to get to know you personally. So we hope you found these tips helpful, and for more tips and tricks, check out AmazingTalker.com. Bye!